Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. Bit of a different one, but interesting today. This is a CZ527 in the very, very popular 223 caliber. This is a second-hand gun that's come into my possession, and I thought to myself, you know what? I've shot a few CZ527s in the years, quite a few of them in sort of 17 Hornets and things like that. I don't think I've actually ever shot one in 223. Now this one, I want to test it and prove it's a good rifle because it must be at least 20-25 years old, I would have thought. Externally, the bluing's all in perfect condition. There's no rust anywhere, and mechanically it feels absolutely sound. I'll put some pictures up on screen because I actually bore scoped this earlier today with a Teslon bore scope, and the bore looks absolutely impeccable. Now it is quite a long barrel on it and it's not screw cut, so I suspect whoever buys this gun or wants to go further with it will probably get it screw cut. I mean, I certainly would. Would they get it shortened as well? I'm not quite sure because I'm not sure if that might be a 24, that one. You might go down to 18 inch or 20 inch, I'm not sure, but even so, take the foresight off it. There is actually a block here for the rear sight, but that's been lost in the mists of time. Now this actually came into my possession with a set of scope rings and a sling. The scope I've put in it is a Hardline Pro from Crimson Trace. This is just a fairly simple 4-12 by 40 scope, 1-inch tube. It's just come from Sportsman Gun Centre and it's perfectly adequate just to test this rifle and see what condition well, how well it shoots, because the bore does look in impeccable condition, to be fair. CZ have always made very good barrels, and this one, you know, had a few years on it, but you know what? There is not a single dot of rust. I've inspected it from the throat all the way through to the crown. The crown is pretty good. I don't think a re-crown would totally hurt it, and of course if you're having it screw cut, that's probably going to happen anyway. But as it happens, the usual place you find on certainly foxing rifles with very bad corrosion, and rifles with moderators on, is it a few inches back from the muzzle you get terrible corrosion from when they've left moderators on. Now this one is impeccable. It just looks as good as new to me. So I'll be running some 55 grain Hornady Vanilla. I'll be running some 55 grain Hornady Varmint Express through this, which is the VMAX bullet. That's something I use a lot in all my 223 rifles for foxing and etc. But it's a good solid performer. This one's in a walnut stock. It's got a slight hog's back shape to it, and we've got a slight cheek piece on the side here. The recoil pad isn't really a pad, it's just a butt plate. It looks like a polymer butt plate, and we've got a 90-degree lift bolt with a full-length extractor claw, because this is a control feed action. Now for those who don't know what a control feed action is, basically the ammunition is presented by the magazine and it can slide upward and go directly underneath that claw there. This originates from sort of Mauser 98 design, and it does mean you get very, very smooth magazine feeding, because when that bolt goes forward, the actual ammunition's already been slid under the bolt face, or into the bolt face under the extractor claw. So that's effectively pinned to the front of the bolt, which then just pushes it forward in a straight line. Whereas when you've got a push feed action, it's usually pushing the bullet up from the magazine on a ramp into the chamber. So there we go, left side's got the bolt release there, which is, you know, very characteristic of this type of rifle. We've got a metal magazine well, a metal trigger guard, etc. And we've also got a metal magazine. I'm not sure how many that takes, but I suspect that is going to be a 5-shot magazine. And that just clicks in and clunks there. Now this is a safe dry fire because the trigger is very crisp and predictable. So a rifle like this is not an expensive gun. There are quite a few of them around. I'm not saying some of them aren't in better or worse condition, but this one certainly has every ingredient about it to do very, very well with it. So I'm going to take this shooting tomorrow and see exactly how good it is and see what it'll do on paper, probably just at 100 metres, just to give us a ballpark reference. But if you want to see more, hear more, or inject more into this review, please comment on this thread. I won't have this gun for very long. I'm pretty sure it's going to be snapped out of my hands quite quickly. So comment, ask the questions, and let's see if we can push those into the review. But in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and please go through to the end of the video and you'll see there's a link to the British Shooting Show for tickets next year, and also to Military First, who offer a promotion code on my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. you.